G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our Avowed Musketeer playthrough. For some reason, my brain almost said Muppeteer. I don't know why. Okay, Musketeer playthrough. When last, well, let's dive back on in, I guess. We just managed to pick up a unique pistol, which will go very well with our build. But it turned out that we didn't have... Uh-oh. The game has hung on me. One moment, please, while I rectify this.
What are you grinning about?
Huh? I wasn't grinning.
Right. Well, stop. Stop it.
That's just how my face looks, Marius. Hey, you got something on your mind? Something you want to talk about?
And I was muted a moment ago when it crashed again. Okay. Hopefully... Thanks, Katie. Yeah, I noticed. Hopefully this is not going to crash again. If it is, I'm going to stop the stream and reboot this computer and try all over again. Because this is annoying. Normally, this is not a problem. What I was saying is, we got this pistol, but we didn't end up having enough of the awakened wood that we needed to upgrade it. I believe that is what we needed. Not upgrade, but enchant it over here. We need one more piece of awakened wood to complete that. G'day, Bambi. How is this Avowed doing? This Avowed is doing very good. Very much enjoying it, as long as I accept what it is as a game. It is not an open world game. It is what it is. It is very linear.
Wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature.
Okay, I said in my last stream that there were times when it feels like there's actually two different entities speaking to you. Sometimes there is the entity that resurrected you, and there are other times there is an entity which sounds slightly different. And I don't know whether that is just poor writing on behalf of the writers, or whether it is that there is actually two entities, because I haven't got all the way through this game, and I don't want anyone to spoil it. But these dream sequences often seem a little bit disconnected from the other times that the being that resurrected you talks to you, because this just seems like the wood echoes, strangled suffering, we knew this creature. It seems a little bit different, and I can't point out what it is, but it's sort of, I don't know, there's something about it that just seems different and wrong. So, I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. I will point it out every time it sort of happens. I don't know that it's every dream sequence, but it certainly seemed, as far as I had gotten through the game, and I've got through to the third of, I think there's 4 areas in the game, and I got through to the third one and did a little bit of the third, but certainly not all of it. And so there is stuff about the game that I definitely know, but it always feels like these dream sequences, particularly here in Dawn Scene, whatever this area is called, and the next area, the Emerald Stair, any of these sequences when you're sleeping and this voice comes to you in your dreams, always seems a little bit disconnected from the other times that it talks to you. It almost seems like it has forgotten what has previously happened, or it is another being. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so you can speak to me in my dreams too.
The Adra hums beneath the moon. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you?
See, and there was also stuff I mentioned in the last stream about this game is not a game where you'll really, like I remember seeing a video from a YouTuber who reviewed the game, said he played 20 hours and couldn't play anymore purely because it wasn't really open world and he couldn't play the evil character in this game. And I can't understand that personally, because I don't ever want to be playing the evil character. But, there's not a lot of opportunity. You can't go around and just kill any person that you want in the game. Like you can literally put a gun to most NPC's head and pull the trigger and it will do absolutely nothing. Right? And that is a good thing, personally. Not because I want to do that, but because I like games where, like, to me, all of these games are heroic fantasy. I'm playing them to be the hero. I'm not playing them to be the villain. But this is the case I was saying yesterday, where there are some choices in the text that sort of feel like they're going down the option of saying, I don't want to do any of this, even though you're here to investigate the Dream Scourge, and therefore you really should be, trying to investigate. But that option number 3 there, get out of my dreams, will you, definitely feels like an option. There was another option back at the Stranglewood where we killed the bear that this voice is talking about here and rescued the ambassador. There was one of the very last options in the dialogue when we spoke to the Adra and heard the voice. There was a straight up no option there when they wanted to do something, or maybe it was even when I was dead. I can't remember, but there was a straight up no option. And I am interested in what happens if you pick a lot of these where you say get out of my dreams or no, I don't want to do this, because it doesn't seem like the game is really geared for you to try and say no. Like maybe if you say no or get out of my dreams, you should just die and that's it. Like in this case, if this is the being that resurrected me earlier, then if I say get out of my dreams, that being could just very well say, oh, well, I resurrected you and now you don't want to help me? Fine, you're dead again. Bang. And you die. End of game. And I feel a lot of games these days that should be heroic fantasy really should have some hard options in them like that to show people that you're not here to be a bad guy. You're not here to kill everybody on the map just because you can. You're here to be the hero, and if you don't want to play as the hero, then you will die as the villain. Because that's the way it used to be in a lot of games. Not that sort of hard ending, but I remember there was a lot of games that I played way back, like in the 90s, for example, that if you did something like attack a non-hostile NPC, everybody in town just turned on you immediately, and there was just no way that you could survive because the guards were always just ridiculously high level, and even the townspeople, they might not be high level, but everybody just started attacking you from every direction at once, and you had no choice, no chance of surviving. And I think more games should be like that, because I don't understand why people want to play as the bad guy. So, I'm not going to say get out of my dreams here, but I do have this thing where this question, did its beauty sing to you? The bear that was a monster, there was no beauty. See, here's the thing. The last thing that when we talked to this being, when it resurrected us, that was the last time this being spoke to us, it was talking about how it was trapped and how I'm pretty sure you've already heard a couple of times in the stuff that this being has said to us by this point, that it's trapped and that that it's being strangled by these vines and stuff like that. And now it's saying that this bear that was being controlled by these vines had some beauty to it, and it's like, what? That's different from what not moments ago, but hours ago in the world of this game, or a day ago in the world of this game when you were killed and resurrected, the being was telling you that it was trapped and it was being strangled by these vines, and now it's calling it beauty. And that's why there's this disconnect for me between, sometimes in the dreams the voice seems to be slightly different, as if it might have actually been, like, it almost feels like they're the voice of the dream scourge and then the voice of whatever this other thing is. I know what the other thing is, by the way, but I'm trying not to spoil it for anyone who doesn't. But it almost feels like this at the moment is the dream scourge talking to me, and the thing that rescued me is something else. And they both sound almost the same. And that's sort of where I think I'm going with this idea. And I don't, if you do know, if you're watching this, don't mention it in chat, don't put it in comments or anything like that. I don't want to spoil it for myself or anyone else. And I could be entirely wrong. It could just be that the writing, as I said, in the game is a little bit weird, and this doesn't make the sort of sense that I think it does. I'm going to go it was a monster, because it was.
To life. Does life not glisten like a stream? What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it.
The bear was sick. There was nothing I could do.
Cull the sickness, clear the rot. Kill one to save the other. Still. Violets and the stars. We wish for both.
Okay, so now some of the stuff is starting to sound, I don't know, it's confusing. Sometimes it sounds more like it's talking like it was. Other times it sounds a little bit different. So this being wants the rot to go away, but doesn't want to kill to make that happen. And it wants us to heal these creatures that have got the rot, but we can't do that because the creatures are trying to prevent us. We don't know what's causing the rot yet, and the creatures are trying to kill us right now. So unless the voice can tell us immediately what the rot is, we're going to have to say, sadly, it doesn't work that way.
Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it?
If what we love becomes a monster, we have to kill it.
Even if... No. We should not question this. Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
Okay. Look, you can tell me there's a party upgrade, there's an upgrade available, but there really isn't, because I don't want to upgrade my fine pistol. Actually, what is the party upgrade? Because it's not showing that any of my stuff is upgradable. Equipment upgrade available. Visit party camp to upgrade. Oh, now it's disappeared. None of my stuff is upgradable. Normally there'll be that little anvil icon to the right of the name, like right there, if it's upgradable. And the only stuff that can be upgraded are my weapons and my breastplate. Nothing else is upgradable. Okay, we are going to fix that, though, because I said we can't upgrade at the moment because we don't have one more awakened wood, I think it's called. And we can get that. So let's do that. We're going to go to the sister, the sorceress sister, I suppose, is the way to put her, of the blacksmith. And I know she's actually got two of them, at least.
Mine.
Awakened wood. No, she's only got the one. Okay, I thought she had two. That is fine. That is all we need. And as I said, we can sleep straight away. We don't actually need to do anything else. It doesn't appear to affect anything if you decide to just camp for multiple days. Because I haven't tried it myself, but my understanding is if you camp if you camp for a couple of days, if you camp for 4 days, it resets. So if you buy something from a vendor and then you camp for 4 days, it'll reset that vendor, which is super helpful if you want to stock up on lockpicks, because lockpicks are probably the only resource in the game that you really want to be buying from vendors. And not every vendor sells them. So every vendor you go to, you should always check and make sure whether they've got lockpicks in their inventory, and if they do, buy them. You do find a few lockpicks amongst everything else when you're searching through, dead bodies, etc. But in general, you get them from merchants, and they're not exactly... Well, it's not that you won't have enough, but early game, it feels like you've got to go around to all of the vendors, buy all of the lock picks and then go and find all the locks that you haven't done yet, because there will be a couple of times when you won't have enough lock picks. So, Bambi, you want to know, you're going to start the game in a couple of days, what should you be looking for? I'm not going to spoil anything. I will mention this build. This is my Musketeer build. Now, when you choose character attributes, so the first thing, I guess, when you start the game, you actually get, well, you could go back and look at my particularly Avowed #1 video on my channel. Either it won't be on Twitch, but it'll be on YouTube. If you go and watch that video, you will see me talk about this build and start this build. But just as a brief thing, you get to choose. One of the first things you choose is this background. It really counts for nothing. It gives you a starting weapon and some starting attributes, but you can change those attributes to whatever you like. All right? The other thing to be aware of with this build in particular, I have a build which is doing massive amounts of critical damage, but you'll notice I have no perception, right? And that is because normal builds, they get critical damage based on their weapon. And so you'll see that these pistols have a 3% critical hit chance, right? So normally your build has whatever the weapon's critical hit is, and most of the heavy hitting large damage weapons have 3% crit chance. Then there are a few sort of mid-tier weapons that are sort of the more well-rounded. They don't do quite as much damage as the big ones, but they're designed to do a little bit more crit damage, so they generally do 6%. And then there are the crit heavy weapons. They do 9% crit damage. And so this is across all weapons, whether you're talking melee weapons, whether you're talking ranged weapons, those are the crit chances. But if you're using normal ranged weapons, and by that I mean the bow, pistols, or arquebuses, rifles. The other ranged weapon is the wand, and the wand doesn't do this. But with these weapons, if I... hang on. I want to... So if I aim down the sight of this weapon, not like that, like this, and I go over a valid target, it will put up a little white diamond over that target's vulnerable spot. Now, I can't kill any of these guys in the game, so it's not going to show it. But that vulnerable spot, if you shoot an enemy in that spot, it will automatically do a critical hit. There's no 3% chance. It just does a critical hit every time if you hit them in that spot. All right? And so this build is based on dual-wielding pistols. Now, they have a fairly slow rate of fire, as you'll see. Right? But if I'm able to line that up on an enemy and keep it focused on their weak spot, which for most bipedal enemies is their head, and it's only for things like the giant bugs and the spiders and stuff like that, where you need to aim for their thorax, their body. But if you hit that vulnerable spot every time, you'll do a crit every time, regardless of what the weapon's crit chance is, and regardless of what your perception is. So that's this build. That's what I've decided to do for this build. That's not everybody's idea of a good time, but I will say that it makes the game fairly easy when you don't have to worry about the amount of damage that you're doing, because most of the time, if you're accurate, you're going to be doing critical damage and you're going to be taking down enemies a lot quicker than other ways. It's certainly not the only way to play. You can do it with bows as well. You don't have to do it with pistols. You can do it with rifles as well, but rifles are that much slower. By doing it with the pistols, I've got a faster attack rate because I'm dual wielding the pistols than I do with, say, a bow. Even though the bow might be... No, I was going to say the bow might be faster, but I don't think it is. I think the bow normally has a 6% critical chance, not the 3% that the pistol has. Right? And the wand has a 9% critical chance. But the problem with the wand is it's not accurate. The magical spark that comes out of the wand just sort of weaves all around and hits somewhere near where you've aimed. Which, in a crowded environment, is fine. But if you're trying to snipe or anything like that, you just can't do it with a wand. And you can't aim down the sight on the wand. There is nothing like that. You can only do that with the bow or with the pistol or with the rifle. But there's multiple ways to play. You can play two-handed weapons. You can do sword and board. You can do a spell book a grimoire spell book in one hand and a weapon in the other, and that weapon can be a wand, which is a classic wizard setup, or you can do a melee weapon, sword, axe, mace, dagger, or you can do the other playthrough that I'm doing offline, which I might eventually do some more of online, which is what I'm calling the Cypher build, which is not really a Cypher from the original games, but it's a pistol and spell book. So I'm mostly casting spells, and I'm using the pistol when I'm running low on essence or mana, magicka, whatever you want to call it. So it's that meme of I'm out of spells, but I'm not out of shells, basically. So yeah, that's what I would say about the game. Also, it's not open world. Don't expect this game to be open world. So this is the first map that you come to, and this city of Paradise, which actually is all of this area up here, you cannot go into this part of Paradise here initially when you first land at the docks here. They won't allow you into there until you go off and rescue somebody who is up here. So that severely limits the sort of stuff you can do in this game. You can't, and then for some reason there's this upper Paradise area here which you also can't get into until you've rescued, but it's a completely different map for some reason. It's not included on this map. I'll show you that in a minute, actually. We'll go there in a little while, and it's bizarre because there's no explanation as to why, but it's a completely separate map. And the mapping in this game really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and the little mini-map in the top corner up there I find rather confusing. I'm not going to say it's useless, but you'll notice that there's two little icons there above me. That's two icons for the same thing. The vendor just here at the shop. For some reason, when they're further away, there'll be two icons until you get closer, and then that icon resolves into one. Actually, I think what it is they're on a different level to me. So when I'm up here, I am technically above them there. So the little blue icon is pointing down to show that they are on a lower level to me. But it gets super confusing when you're wandering around because there's two icons and then one goes away. And look, I've got over 100 hours in this game, and I've only just worked out that that's what the little blue down arrow means, is it's technically lower than me. It's not well explained. You never see any terrain hints on the minimap either, which I found very annoying. It's very challenging because there'll be times when you'll be saying, oh, look, there's something on the map, and it's on the complete other side of a wall. but you don't at first realize it. It can be hard to judge how far away things are. You think you're almost on top of them, but you're not. You've still got, 5 meters to go to get to the item. There's little things like that that are not ideal, but they are making improvements to the game. They did a release just a couple of days ago to version 1.3, and one of the things they added in that release was they added that you get an extra attribute point. You normally just get 1 point per level, but each one of these little dots underneath these abilities you can fill up. So there's about 30 levels, I think, in the game, and every single one of the, even if you decided to stick with just, say, Ranger, you don't have enough points to get all of those to the full level. Like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's 18 abilities there, and if I wanted all of them, I'd only be able to go to 2 points, not even in all of them, only in 15 of them. So they added in that you get a bonus attribute point at every 5 levels. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, which will help a little bit, but it feels like there should be something a little bit more like, say, The Witcher 3 has, where you go and meditate at those different shrines and you get an ability point. Maybe certain quest items in this should also give you ability points, because it really feels like in this build that I'm doing here, I don't want a good portion of the skills that are here. But if there is a build that you do want a lot of the stuff, even in just one of these, you're going to have a hard time getting enough points to get high enough in a lot of these. Now, there's also, as you can see in a lot of these, there are limitations. So, for example, you can't get a second rank in a lot of these until you get to a certain level. So most of the first level items, you had to be level 5 to get to rank 2. And so that is something that also limits you in that. But it feels really bad if you play as a wizard, because there's so many spells here and you get so few attribute points that it's like, how am I ever, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. There's like 33 abilities here. So even without those bonus ones, you couldn't get every single spell or ability, even just 1 point in them, let alone 3. Having said that, that's not how you should build a wizard. I've played a wizard for, 50 hours or something in this. That's not how you build a wizard. And I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about the game for now. We've just bought what we need to upgrade this pistol. So let's go back to our camp, even though it's early morning. And let's do that. And we'll spend another night in the camp. And let's upgrade. Oh, that's right. I wanted to save before I chose this, didn't I? Because when you do these upgrades, you can't undo it after you've done it, but you can only pick one of the two. So we've got Distant Thunder at the moment. Power attacks deal shock accumulation. This is going to replace Distant Thunder, whatever we do. So it's either going to be we get the shock accumulation from the power attack, not just to our target, but to nearby enemies as well. Or, instead of that, we get killing an enemy has a 25% chance to cast Crackling Bolt. Personally, I kind of like that option more than the shock accumulation to nearby enemies. And that's partly because I don't know that I fully understand the accumulation mechanic. I believe that as you build up, like if you put shock on an enemy, which this one does, we give them 10% of our damage, or 10% extra damage. So at the moment, we'd be doing another 6 points of damage. That would be shock damage. As you do that shock damage, it starts to accumulate shock every time they take more shock damage. And I think it works a little bit like the stun does, that once it gets to a critical level, something happens. Once you get a character stunned a lot, you can then do a special attack on them. I think that's the same with the accumulations, but I really don't fully understand that, which is why I think I'd rather go with Wrath of the Storm for this, because that's an effect I can understand. If I kill an enemy, 25% chance it casts Crackling Bolt. And I think what the Crackling Bolt will do is start a lightning bolt at the enemy, which will then try and zoom through other enemies. So we're going to do that. And that's it. We cannot upgrade this. Well, I think we can. No, we can't change it. We can't roll it back. That's done now. So we've upgraded that. And we'll go back to our previous location. Now, what are we up to? I said we could go to North Paradise. I don't know that there's anything really in North Paradise we really want to do yet, but let's just travel there so that we've unlocked it and so that I can show you what I was talking about with the weird map stuff. Because, yeah, quite frankly, I don't get it. Just a sec, hang on. All right. So, Paradise Hightown. Like, it makes no sense because you can start on the docks on this map. You can run around everywhere. But see, this is a new map. And it really doesn't make sense that this is completely separate from Dawnshore. And that's the thing. You can step off the boat. Well, you don't really step off the boat, but you can start here on the docks. And you never have a loading screen or anything like that anywhere you go on the external part of this map. Doesn't matter what you do, you can go into all the buildings here in South Paradise. You can do all of that and there's no loading. But for some reason, this bit of the map here is this separate map here. And quite frankly, it makes no sense to me at all. I don't get it. I do not understand why this should be different. Why it should be handled this way, but it is. I really don't know what I want to do up here at the moment. Like, we can go up to the... We do have the mission to go to the Clavager's estate and do a search there. We haven't found anything for Sansa yet, so there's no sense... I mean, we can go there and buy stuff and sell stuff for him, but we don't have anything. There's Extremely Legal Goods, which is a fence hidden in a back alley over there. And then there's another shop there. And then I want to leave that quest till the end because that's basically the end quest of this entire part of the map. So we're going to leave that for a while. I feel like I should just, well, grab everything that's lying around, but I kind of feel like I just want to go to the couple of merchants that are here, the 3 merchants, and just make sure I can buy any lockpicks that are still available. Put those away. And let's also just check for any obvious loot around. That door's not available. Can't get up to any of that stuff. I don't think I can get up to there, at least not from here. Wouldn't want to get up to there anyway.
Stop by Sansa's sometime. There's nothing like it, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is Sansa's place.
I was hoping you would drop in.
He has labels on practically everything in this store. Now, there is actually something in here. Maybe it's later that you can pick it up. There is something, I think it's like behind the counter or something. I don't recall.
My shop is in here, Envoy.
Yeah, I know, but you've got some stuff back here that I want.
Definitely don't feel like we should be in here.
Yeah, I know. Ah, that's what I want. That's what I was looking for in here. One of the totem pieces. I need to interact with the totem back at camp too.
Spirit, but I promise that region is well.
You're back.
You don't have... Okay, this is the other thing. There are treasure maps that give you information about where all the totem pieces are. I'm not going to bother getting that at the moment, but I will buy the Ardra and the Paradise Ladder, because these are upgrade items. Now, I could buy a lot of these. These are for enchanting of your unique gear. But here's the thing. There's only going to be a couple of other pistols that we're going to... There's only... I think at the moment there's only 4 pistols that are unique in the game. So there's only a limited amount of these enchanting items that we are ever going to need. So we're just going to try and get by with just whatever we find out there. And then when we find one of those weapons and we do decide, oh, let's upgrade it, and let's enchant it, and we don't have the stuff we need to enchant it, then we'll go and buy them from a shop. But until then, I'm not going to bother. And I'm not going to bother clicking on all of those different things because they're not worth it. The feeling there was something around here, but I was wrong. Okay. Because those sorts of feelings are always... I'm always wrong about.
Hey, you have to check in with me to enter this part of the... never mind.
Oh, bless my soul, the Adiran envoy.
Fine.
Isn't this a surprise? Not only to see you alive, but to have you grace my little workshop. Chandlers don't get many high-ranking clients. Priests and pilgrims mostly. Still, business is good. Better than good.
I don't think I've ever actually talked to this woman before. Why do you think business is so good?
Well, there was this Aothasian priest on his way to Emerald Stair. He was rather fond of my work. And the Temple of Andra can't seem to get enough of them. Burning the wick at both ends, I suppose.
She's not actually going to sell anything. She's just making candles that everyone's using, and she's a way to find out where the temple is, despite the fact that it's clearly marked on your map. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave you to it.
If you need to keep warm at night, help yourself to some Mogren's Fury. It's growing in a pot just over there. No charge, of course. The Adiran envoy's money is no good here, and never will be.
I wouldn't use this to keep warm at night, because this is essentially what I use as a grenade. Alright.
Welcome to our shrine, envoy.
Excuse me a second. Alright. Right.
Murderers!
How awful.
So this is the entrance that you come in from. There's an entrance over here into Hightown. And that's that entrance just through there. This guy is supposed to be keeping track of who comes and goes, but he doesn't do anything. I did say, yes, I want to go to that guy, and then we might come back down and swing around and go and talk to that guy, and then we'll come and do the Collaborator's estate, I guess. Because why not? Why not, I say? Look, there's a lot of verticality in this place. You can get up onto a lot of places and find junk. Basically, I don't feel like I need to.
A gift for Art. Don't forget to dust your shoes off.
So this is another temple. I mean, this is called the Street of Gods. Basically, this entire section up through here. So there's shrines to every one of the gods here.
Militia headquarters. Stay on their good side, and we won't have to go in.
All right. I was hearing...
Hail. Welcome to my shop, Envoy.
What have we got? Some more Adra. Now, the reason I'm getting this is because this is used to just upgrade normal gear, not to enchant... enchant things. I don't need another of those. We're going to find plenty of those out and about. I might grab all of these, though, because we can... Oh, insufficient funds. Really? What have I been doing? I've been buying too much stuff. I need to sell something. What have I got? Nothing. Oh, a common dagger. It's not going to give me much of anything. I shouldn't have been buying quite so much of some of this stuff. And any of this stuff really just doesn't sell very well. What I really wanted was lockpicks, but you didn't have any, did you? No. Maybe I should be trying to,
Nice place. Don't mind Marius. The only gardens where he comes from are full of mushrooms.
Hail.
maybe I should be trying to get up high and find places to loot. Like here. Where is it? Hear it? I don't see it. Now I don't hear it. Alright. Might be inside one of the crates. Oh, no, hang on. It's down through here. There it was. There we go. Right. Still want to go back up there, though. See what else we can find up here. Is there anything else worth our time? So we can't get up there. Even if this wasn't in the way, I don't think there's any way for us to jump all the way over there. But we don't need to, because we can just blow away these to get through here to get over to this chest. Thankfully, it's not locked. So those doors aren't real. More precisely, they're locked. So we're not going to go in there. That's the Temple of Ondra. That is end game stuff.
Fresh from the fuck. Do not succumb to fear, friends. Protect yourselves against this vile plague. My remedies have been tested and tried.
Lady of Lament, grant us your strength, so we may. Very bold of you to take the burdens of others. I hope they serve you well.
So do I. Was one of those a fine weapon? No, it was a common dagger. Alright.
That's the Elven Queen of Adir, I think. They wasted no time putting that up when they got here.
I don't think you can normally get to that area without jumping over this bit of fence here, or going here. Okay, there's a chest down there. But it looks like the better way to get to this is along that set of stairs there. There is something right here, though. Break down that wand. Go. No, I don't think I can get up there at this point. But jump onto that roof, I could probably get up to that section there, but let's go this way. See where this gets us. Okay.
Might just start to relax if you're not careful.
Shh. Nothing there. Like I'm kind of stuck here.
Not to worry, boy. Got bastards.
Alright, let's go and have a look at this over here. How the hell do we get up there? I feel like we've got to go over the top. Because this won't get us up high enough. So we've got to go back this way. Hang on. I missed something. Oh no. It was just a candle. Over this way. Then down here. And I don't have enough lockpicks. Damn it!
Here's where the rats live. Reasonable rent if you can get it.
Get it. You're not getting away.
Here we go! Coming from your right. Time to round. Heal yourself. Left.
Yeah, I'm trying to heal myself. Thanks for the help, guys.
That it?
What do you mean, is that it? You didn't do anything. I think Kai is still on the other side of that wall, or he was a minute ago. Alrighty, what do you got? Magrin's Fury. Alright. What I want, though, is I want some more lockpicks. So I just used one to open that, and I need 3 to open the other area. Alright, let's go back this way, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, actually, I'm wrong.
This is where people go to buy stuff that'll just get 'em mugged everywhere else.
Don't think there's any... Actually, I think there might be a couple of coins. Yeah, there's a few coins down here under the water. And I think it's the same in most of these little bits of canal. There's another bit of canal just here. There's a few coins in places here. Any more? No, I think I've got all of them. Oh, there's some more herbs there. And then there's this last bit of water here. I think this one might not have any in it, if I remember. Oh no, it's got some. I feel like there was a section of water which didn't have any. Just to fake you out, sort of thing. So you'd think, oh, yep, they're all going to have it, and then you go to one of them and it doesn't. It didn't. So I guess I was wrong. They all do, but there wasn't a huge amount.
No matter what anyone says.
I'm telling you that so-called Watcher is a fraud.
Only the
Okay.
finest here. An Adiran, come to see my wares. Well, don't I feel blessed?
Why is that?
Your kind don't go scrounging in alleys every day, do you? The Empire doesn't have much of an interest in people like me.
And who might you be?
Where are my manners? Name's Cutty. I'm a trader of lost things. They come my way, I peddle them for people like you to find.
So if you've got intellect 2 or higher, I think you can mention that you think he's a fence. But anyway, 4 lockpicks, we definitely want all of those. Might just sell those for the moment because we kind of need money if we're going to buy anything else. Not that he's got anything we really need. In fact, he doesn't have anything that we need. Ah, there is this. The Disappointer. Now, this is actually... I think this is the same weapon that was in Pillars of Eternity 1 that you can find in the tutorial area, if I'm not mistaken. We could come back and buy that from him. The problem is, it deals minus 10% attack damage. But I think the one of the enchantments that you can do to it changes the terrible and makes it a plus 10% attack damage, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it does. And while we're short on cash right now, we're not always going to be short on cash. So we may come back and buy that from him at some point and use that as our second pistol. It's already fine quality. It's doing 69 points of damage, which is comparable to what Harrock's Pride is doing, but in reality, it's actually going to do about 62 points of damage. 62, 63, somewhere in there. And it also does 10% bonus bleed damage, which is, you know, actually making up for the minus 10% attack damage. So it's not as bad as it sounds, but it's also one of the few unique items that you can just buy in the game.
Whatever you need, discretion guaranteed.
Now, you might have noticed that there was a little upside down triangle that was orange when I picked that up. It never appears anywhere else. It only appears sometimes when you pick up items. And it's never really explained. But I think it's meant to mean that you've just stolen that. There's no... There doesn't appear to be any problems with it. No one ever says, hey, don't pick that up. And I can certainly sell it to him. And nobody complains or anything like that. Actually, oh, and there's a wheel of cheese there as well. How much? I'm curious. I don't know what I need to enchant the Disappointer yet. But... see, that fine pistol is doing more damage than the Disappointer is. I'm curious if I sell all of these items that are used for enchantments, am I going to have enough to buy the Disappointer? I think I am. I think I'm going to have enough. And I don't need all of these to upgrade anything. Let me have a... I'm going to do a bit of metagaming here. That, and that. Right, let's have a look at weapons, pistols, the Disappointer. What do I need? 5 Bear Claw, 3 Zaraptons, 1 Awakened Wood, and 1 Vessel Flesh. And Tender Love and Care gives you the plus 10 attack damage. And Shared Misery gives all nearby enemies minus 10% damage for 15 seconds. So we can basically, using Tender Love and Care, change this from terrible minus 10% attack damage to plus 10% attack damage. And all we need is 6 Bear Claw, 3 Zerup Tongues, 1 Awakened Wood, 1 Vessel Flesh. Bear Claw. Right. So we didn't need Beetle Shell, did we? It was Bear Claw, Awakened Wood, Vessel, and Zerup Tongue. I don't think we have any Awakened Wood. We got Zerup Tongue, and it was Vessel Flesh as well. So I could sell all of these Vessel Bones for the moment. I could sell all of the Spirit Residue, all of the Spider Legs, all of the Primal Wind, all of the Primal Water, all of the Primal Flame, the Ogre Blood, the Binding Copper, and all of the Beetle Shell, and I don't have enough to buy it. Well, it was a thought. Anyway, we know it's there. We can come back to it. I'll probably actually just reload before that save so that we don't throw away, not throw away all those items, but we might need them to enchant armor and... Well, actually, you can't enchant armor. It's only weapons. The other pistols in the game we might want to enchant at some point. So, let me just close that. Alright. There is a watcher here. So we might just come over here. Not this way. I'm actually just sort of exploring at the moment. The watcher is in a house just over there. We will get to that in a minute. But right now, we are looking for anything interesting. Now, I don't know if the birds in the living lands are just all a little bit... I'll say magpie, but Australian magpies don't hoard shiny things. Actually, I think they have an affinity for the colour for blue, but they don't. To my knowledge, they don't really go for shiny things like European magpies do. I'm not even sure if that is really a true thing about European magpies or if it's a myth. No idea.
I hope she can help.
All I know is that you don't have our magpies, and believe me, you don't want them. I have literally changed where I lived because there was a magpie near where I lived a few years ago, and it meant that any time I went for a walk in the springtime, I had to carry an umbrella, otherwise I would get swooped. Get attacked. Alright, she's not really a watcher, let's quickly talk to her.
Your soul, envoy. Your very soul is in danger. The Watcher can see it. The Watcher knows. An envoy. A godlike. Two destinies come together. How curious.
Liviana warned me you're a fraud.
Many fools who lack courage have called the Watcher such.
Give it up, I know you're nothing but a liar.
Why come to me at all then if you're so clever? My trade's been cut off since the city closed, and I have to make ends meet. At least I'm giving people hope. Can you Adiran say the same?
I didn't have to come and see her at all, but I thought we were here, and I'd come and point it out. There's really nothing here except something to read. Excuse me. And what we've already found.
Nice Nice work with that Watcher. Can't have people going around pretending to be insane.
Please, hear my prayers.
All right. Oh, we didn't go to the...
Maybe you should open your eyes.
Let's keep moving through here before one of them asks us a difficult question. Looks like they forgot to man this checkpoint.
Okay, Clavige's
Ever.
house is just
I
up
remember
here.
the family who lived there. I really thought they'd make a go of it.
Don't remember if there's anything
No one
back
lives there at the moment.
this
Guess the
way.
Claviger didn't like having neighbors.
How many lockpicks do we have now? 6. Okay, so we do have enough to go back to that. If I can remember where that other lock was that we didn't end up getting through. Not that it's a big deal. I think all we'd end up with is another ivory back scratcher. Very, very old Simpsons reference there. Excuse me for that. I'm just a very, very old Simpsons fan. I haven't watched Simpsons in so long, so I can't say I'm a current Simpsons fan. Actually, if you catch up to this guy...
Is it true what they say? That the Inquisitor is some kind of monster? This is a dangerous town, but you know how it
They don't really say anything. I thought they did, but...
high reward.
I think he used to be like the butler. I think it even said that. Probably wasn't paying attention. Chest. Some more Paradise. Can't break through that, unfortunately. It's getting late in the day as well. We need to rest again. Days seem to go past very fast in this game. Kind of feel like I want to rest and then come back to this, you know? I think we will do that. So we'll have to come back to do it that way. Excuse me. Right. Anything else to break down? Just a wand. Right. There we go. So, what have we got? We can't upgrade anything yet, but we can make. What's going on? What did I just do? That. Make all of those. Make all of those. These are just making the upgraded items by using the lower ones to make the higher ones, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because later on you can actually find some of these things out and about in the world, like as a plant. So it doesn't make sense that you can actually make that with other plants that you found. Anyway, let's upgrade Eric's Pride at least once. Yeah, okay, that's all we can do at the moment. I could do the fine breastplate, but I don't want to. I think there is other... I don't remember exactly what other armor there is, but there is some unique armors available, and I don't want to put too much upgrades into this item when I'm going to potentially find better items. They'll probably start at fine, and I'd rather then upgrade them rather than chucking stuff into this, which then is sort of wasted. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, these two pistols are now doing the same amount of damage, although technically Carrick's Pride does the extra damage from shock. So that's good. We don't have anything to do there. Ah, this is what we have to do. Oh, I don't have the totem base yet. Right. Fine. And none of my companions want to talk to me. I kind of don't feel like I need to cook anything just yet. I kind of feel like we've got plenty of food for healing here. We've got 18 Mariner's Porridge. I'm hardly ever using them. So let's just leave that for the moment. Return to our previous location. All right. Let's do a full save, actually.
Everyone okay?
Gotta love critical shots. That's all I can say. Alrighty. Come back to that. Upstairs in a minute after we've had a look down here. Nice kitchen.
Once I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. I remember the best parties.
Actually, there is one thing that this game doesn't have that it feels like sometimes you should have. Like, there is no building that is too dark. You do, like, the game allows your eyes to get used to the darkness in every location that you're in. But I still feel like there should be a light spell or a torch or something, a lantern or something that you can get and can use to help brighten up some of these areas even more. I don't know, like I said, it's not 100% required because the game mostly compensates. Clavage's estate key. Where is the Clavage's estate key, I wonder? I don't remember. We're supposed to be searching for something here. What was that? Oh, that's Kai.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember where this key is. I also don't recall if previously I've used lockpicks to get through that door or not. Actually, I've got a feeling that if you come up here, you get to the door from the other side. So let's give that a try. Bow, a wand, pistol, a mace, grenade. No keys hanging here anywhere.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
There's the key right there. Apparently there is a growing rebellion in Paradise. My own people defy the Adirans. They rally from the shadows and sharpen their blades in the name of independence. Good. I taught them well. Ooh. I cannot openly support them, but I have my ways. Down a chain of clerks and agents, I have passed a key to our system. The door is in the Temple of Ondra, a fitting sanctuary. May they use this hideout to their advantage. I will hold on to the spare. A time may come when I have to warn the resistance or join them myself.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Amon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern.
You knew the Claviger. Do you have any ideas about this?
I knew he was protective of Paradise, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. A cistern beneath the Temple of Ondra. Good place for a hidden base. It sits just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Something tells me these rebels won't go quietly.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of Ondra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right. After you.
Yeah, I know where it is, but we're not going there for quite a while. And that's the estate key. Let's just grab... There's half an apple there and it won't let me pick it up. Why not? There are other places in the game where there's half an apple and it will let me pick it up, so I don't understand that.
Cozy.
And we've got a potion, another journal entry, which I'm not going to bother reading. Some coins, dagger and a drink. What's up the top here? Chest. White key cameo. I don't actually remember finding that previously. Maybe because I might not have ever done it before. What does white key cameo do? Hang on, let me break that down. What do we got here? Common plate mail. I could wear plate mail, but I don't like the stamina hit. I find that the medium armor is a little bit better. In fact, I might even go to light armor eventually because I'm not in the front line. Restore 50% of your maximum health when reviving a companion. That is actually a really good item, particularly if you're playing a melee character and moving around between enemies a lot, because you will come across your companions down from time to time. It's me as you move, but because I'm sort of a little bit more in the back line, I don't feel like it's quite as useful for me. So I think I'll probably end up selling that one. Why does it have to have these little icons that show that these items are new when I don't really care, but it just bugs me that they're on the thing, so I have to get rid of them. Alright. So we can now open this door and go back out this way. Alright. I don't remember if there's an ambush on the way out here. I don't think there is, but something just made me think that maybe I had to be careful on the way out. But I don't. Alright, good to know. That is really all we need to do in High Paradise for now. We're not going to have enough money to buy the other, even with stuff to sell. We have a little bit of, we've got canvas gloves and we've got the key white cameo. And actually I've thought there is a couple of stuff, there are some stuff here that I don't really want or need. I don't feel like I'm going to be using that or that. And some of these I don't need. And some of these, any of the ones with the 3 little yellow lines, they buff attributes or, you know, remove debuffs, things like that. And then, of course, the hearts give you some health regen, and the purple dots, the purple circle thing gives you essence regen. But there's a lot of stuff there that I'm not going to use because it's buffing attributes that I don't care about, in particular perception or intelligence. And so, I sort of feel like I could come back to this guy and sell a few things. So let's just quickly do that. Right. So we only get 150 for that, but we'll sell that, get that out of the way. Don't need that. And we've got nothing to sell. Oh, actually, I don't want those forgotten pods because I just don't use them. As I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff here I could sell, but I don't want to at this point. So, what do we got? Spring berries I'll keep because that is a useful heal. Grog I'll keep because that's useful. That fresh water I'll definitely keep because that's useful. It's only giving me 1 gold to sell that, so it doesn't feel like it's worth it. I've only got 1 of them. I don't need Merc Brews, so let's sell all of them. It's not a huge amount, but... +2 Constitution and +5% damage reduction. I don't know. I don't need it. But at the same time... let's get rid of those, because I'm definitely not going to use them. I'm definitely not going to use that. Let's just get rid of that. I'll keep that. I don't need that. Let's get rid of them. I'll keep that. And I'll keep the Magrin's Blessing. That's good enough. Alright. Got to remember that he's got the Disappointer. Really got to try and remember that. I really feel like I should fast travel out of here, but the fast travel places, I guess I could fast travel to here, can't I? Okay. We've done that area. So... spider here. Dead. And there's another one over there. Problem was, he was a little far away. Right.
Who's there? Is that all you got? What?
What more did you want?
You're on your right.
Do-do-do-do. Alright, that's all of them. What? What is going on? There we go.
Coming in hot.
Right. Don't think I want those steel gauntlets, but that's what we found. 10% parry efficiency plus 20% maximum stamina. We're not using parrying. The extra stamina might be nice, but I think I prefer the extra 10% shock damage. Right. I know there's a way up here, it's just not easy. There we go. Alright, got all that stuff. There is Magrin's Fury right there. I think back over here there might be some more stuff. Let's just get to the edge and have a look, see what we've missed. Nothing down there. Follow this around. Right there. There is something. I think it's like a dead Zorp, maybe? Yep. Okay, there's a guy up on a chair just there. But we'll come and do him after we've dealt with these guys down here. Don't have any... Oh, we do have a level. Thought we might. What are we going to do? We can't put a point into Tanglefoot until next level. We can't put a point into Evasive until next level. We've got a couple of levels away before we can put a point into there. Don't know that I really want to unlock any more recipes. We could unlock Scavenger, which means we occasionally receive an extra upgrade item. The other option is to pick something from Fighter or Wizard, and I would pick one of these ones from Fighter, either Toughness or probably Constant Recovery, which gives you some health. But I want to stick to just pure ranger. I don't know why. Just I'm stubborn like that. So I think we'll take a point in scavenger. And that'll do for now. And then we're just, as I've said, this build is nothing but dexterity. It's all we're pumping. Right. Zorups and beetles down here. Oh. Hello there, Mr. Priest. Don't mind me. Damn it, I missed with everything. And there we go.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Fairly straightforward. Didn't feel like it was terribly hard.
Can't tell you how many ships have come to a bad end on those rocks.
Sometimes the ocean smell is pleasant.
I have failed to notice a lot that there are 2 fish in each one of these things that you can actually loot. But there's another one over there that you can loot. That one and that one are not lootable, but those 2 are. Okay. And there's that Krakenhorn stuff right there. I think there's some stuff down in the water over this way. If you're really looking for completionist stuff, I think there is stuff in there somewhere I have found before, but I can't remember. We're not going to worry about it for this playthrough. Back up here.
Wonder what they were looking at. Who they were waiting for.
Another Zorup and spider camp just there. So I think we'll head over there. Then we've got another camp for us just there. Actually, there's multiple little camps to clear. I think there's more stuff up there, and then there's stuff further over that way. Oh, that's right. This one has the bear in it. There we go. All right. body in here somewhere. Go. More essence there. Yeah, we need some healing, don't we? We only need about 100. 70 actually. Salted trout. Perfect. More spider stuff here. That's not all of it. There's more over this way. Too far away.
Next one's mine. Take a moment, people.
Yeah, next one yours, except there's not going to be a next one. I'm not going to go down there. There is stuff. There is definitely something down there in the water that you can loot. But I think we'll leave it for the moment. I think I've said it in one of my previous streams, but I feel like there's a missed opportunity in this game. And maybe it's a missed opportunity for, like, some of the higher difficulty levels. Right? But each one of these things here, and sometimes they look more orange, sometimes they're this paler colour, but each one of those, my understanding is they are supposed to be like spider eggs. Right? There's another spider over here. Another bunch of spiders just here.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, and then there's some undead as well. And I'm missing them all. What is happening?
That's it for me. Back on my feet. Next one's mine.
Right, yeah, now what I was saying was I feel like there's a missed opportunity in the game that, like, you don't have to go around and destroy all of these. If you have a fire-based spell, or if you want to, you can ask Kai to do it by going and using the E key and saying, use the fire starter, and he will shoot each one of those and burn them out. Now, occasionally there'll be something hidden behind them. So, like, for example, that one's not a good example, but the ones over here, for example, you might blow all that away and there might be a little hidden hole behind it with some loot in it. It's pretty rare, but it is... I have seen it in at least one case. But I think the missed opportunity is that if you don't destroy all of those as you see them, within a certain amount of time, the little spiders would hatch behind you and then come and attack you. So, like, given the fact that we walked through there right about now, we've been here for a minute or so, you know, we could have all of these little spiders hatch from these things and come and attack us. I think that would be a very interesting thing, and it would encourage, once the players realised what was happening, it would encourage the players to do something about all those eggs that are lying there. Because at the moment, I'm sure most people, unless they actually detect that there is something behind them, I've not found any of them where you've blown them up and there's been like coin or something inside the egg, right? The egg disappears and there's nothing there afterwards. But apart from, and I don't remember where they are, but I think I've seen one instance maybe where one of those eggs was covering, I think it was covering a switch to some of the devices that are around. You know, there's switches that activate things, and you'll see the little cables on the walls. I think there was one point where I figured it out. I saw a cable running behind where these eggs were, destroyed the eggs, and we were able to go in and activate a switch that was hidden behind them. But I feel like it would be even better to have it that after a certain amount of time, it turns, you know, they actually spawn spiders. I think that would be a much better option. Maybe, and as I said, maybe only on harder difficulties does it do it. Either that or, you know, on the lower difficulties it doesn't spawn, every single one of them doesn't necessarily spawn a spider straight away. It staggers them more or whatever, so that low, you know, on easier difficulties it doesn't completely overwhelm you. Because in some places like that there was a lot of eggs there. That would have doubled or even tripled the number of spiders that was in that location if we didn't burn them out. So it's getting to be nighttime. As I said, nighttime comes pretty damn quick here. So let's set up camp. And I think I'm going to take a really quick break. I will be right back. Hang on. Alrighty, we're back. Hang on. What have we got? Grimoire of the Spellblade, Arcane Veil, Grimoire Snap, Spirit Lance, and Black Bow. Yeah, well, we're not using spells, so we're going to get rid of that. Going to get rid of that. Not do anything with that. Okay. Crafting, we can make hardwood branches, 3 of them. We can make tanned hide, 2 of them. It's not really going to allow us to... Well, we can upgrade the breastplate, but as I said, I don't want to upgrade the breastplate any further. I only want to upgrade this pistol, really. Eric's Pride. I don't even want to upgrade the fine pistol because I want to replace that with the Disappointer. And we don't have enough money to buy the Disappointer yet. Neither of my companions want to talk with me, and I don't want to cook any more food just yet, so let's just go straight on with this.
Thoughts and whispers, we feel them rumble beneath the surface. Kith turn on kith. We do not understand.
The Living Land seems like a complicated place.
An ancient place. The exiles' place. They come on foreign ships. Exiles grafted from other trees. The salt clings to their hair. The scent of distant shores to their skin.
Most of them come for a better life.
New growth from dead wood. Why?
To start again.
A new season. Wipe the slate. The ground stirs. New roots seek to grow taller than the old. They bring banners, arrows, swords. What do they seek from us?
I don't know which of these answers I really want. I don't like the first answer. I don't know about the second. Maybe the third. They want the same thing as others. Power.
Blood thickens the stream. Wolves fighting for territory. Is the instinct to conquer innate?
I'd like to think we're better than that, but life keeps proving me wrong. I'm sorry, are we talking about the game?
Ivy spreads on the stone. A nature that cannot be tamed. Wait. We have forgotten something. A memory we misplaced. We reach for it. It calls to us.
A memory? What kind?
A past. Theirs. Ours. The layers of the land. It whispers in the eastern wilds. This is all we know. We learn much. Sleep now. Dream of warm tides and purple leaves.
Okay. So this path this way leads to the exit, which I have already explained makes absolutely no sense, because we're here in Dawnshaw, and we're at this exit here, which leads across this chasm. Actually, this map is incorrect, because that building just there is the building that crosses the chasm, and we will be able to actually go into that building as part of being on this map. So the map actually extends all the way to that river edge there. But anyway, we go to that, and that's the only exit from this map. The next area that we go to is up here, however. So I would have felt there's this wonderful little road here that goes all the way up to there. Why don't we exit the map via the north and follow that road up to this? But no, that is not the way that they designed this game. And then when you leave this area here, you leave via the north, and the area that you go to, well, it's this area right here, which is directly east of Dawnshaw. And yes, sure, there is this road that runs all the way down here, but surely we should have left Dawnshaw to the north, and then it feels like north or east of Emerald Stair takes you on that road that comes back that way. It's just some weird stuff in the map design that I really didn't ever like. I don't think there's any other bad guys around here. I don't remember there being other fights, although there's that cave right there. Does feel like it is something.
Something doesn't feel right here. Never has.
I also feel like there was something in that area one time that I came here. But I guess I'm mistaken. Oh, this is the Strangled Adra. Right. This isn't... This is sort of part of the main quest line, but I don't think it's actually mentioned in the main quest line. Maybe it is once you've done the Find the Watcher. Let's not do this yet. Let's wait until it actually shows as being something that we need to do. Let's come over here. So I think this is just a ruin with...
Here we go.
Okay. Go. Any more? Yeah, there's a couple back there.
So-called
there we go.
godless people. Disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
Not bad, Marius.
Yeah, we actually find out who the godless are later on.
Star metal, if I'm not mistaken. Might want to take that to a blacksmith.
I forgot the star metal was here. Okay, up above where the spiders were. And the Zarups. I don't feel like there's anything there. On this side, we got nothing. Nothing any different down this side. Alright. Outhouses.
Can't believe we're stationed
city? Piss off the captain or something?
Oh, hush. You're acting like we got sent to shatter stuff. Hail, friend. Always nice to see a fellow traveler out here. Where are you headed?
Just exploring.
Ah, a fellow wanderer then. This is certainly a beautiful place to explore. Dangerous, true, but beautiful nonetheless. One of my ancestors apparently grew up in Solace Keep, deep in the living lands. I hope to find this place.
Yeah. Show me what you got. I want your lockpicks first. Let's grab all of them. Did I have stuff to sell? Let's get rid of that. And that. That's kind of it, really, isn't it? Oh, let's buy the Paradisen ladder. The Adra's a little expensive, though. I shouldn't keep buying it, but... No, I won't. Leave it for now. Oh, look. A spear and a dagger. I wish you could use the telescope. And even more... I wonder if you can get out to that island. Because I don't think that is... that. Oh, it might be. I thought it was one of these little islands. No, that might be part of that one. No, I wish that there was like a scope that you could carry with you so that when you're out adventuring you can just pull it out and zoom in on things and spy out the land around you, you know, scouting, etc. I think that would...
Send us some better food?
You really couldn't have worded that any worse, you ass.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What do you... You seriously haven't heard yet? Oh, shit.
Heard what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Clavage is dead, you idiot. That's what. Man, those are some big hunks of meat. Alright, nothing up there. So, we're not allowed up here. This is the way, as I said. Continue on.
The gate to Emerald Stair is closed. I suggest you turn around.
Can't generally climb over the brambles and thorns and stuff. Oh. The thing that I'm trying to see is probably... Where? I was right. There are some creatures up here eventually. I mean, they're undead, but I guess you can call them creatures. All right. So to find the Watcher, we really want to be heading in this direction. Let's just see what's up here, though. This is up above. Hold. I guess it's nothing. Except a nice overlook. A little bit of food. A little bit of food. What do we got? Don't really need like 40. No. No, I want raw. Sausages would do it, but they're going to do more than I need. Cheese wedges, I've got 2. They're not going to be enough. The cooked rabbit bits, that's what I needed. That's what I was looking for. I knew they were about 40. The Rise. I don't remember how to get up there. I love this. Oh, sorry. First of all, this is the herb that you need to cure the guy's blindness.
The herb those Adiran refugees need?
Yep, it is. The guy who drank himself blind needed that herb. I love this. Look at this. Some sort of dragon-type creature in the cliff. Absolutely beautiful. I wish you could get over there. I don't believe it's possible, though. But there's part of the drawbridge that slams down the other side to go across this river. So you really are, if you look at the map, you're right up here. Like, we're right about here at the moment. But this shows that the map ends sort of there, and that's silly. I'm sure they got their reasons why they did it like that, but it looks so wrong. I think you can actually get... I thought there was a way to get down to some of this stuff, but I can't remember now. I know I've jumped around a lot. Okay, that allows us to get up to that. But I think the Watcher that we're trying to find is through here, if I remember rightly. So let's do that first, and then if I remember it, we'll come back and do that other location. Maybe this isn't the way to the Watcher. No. I am mistaken. Ah, Stelgar's Pride. Medium armor. It's exactly the same as the breastplate we've currently got. I don't know whether it's a breastplate or not. It doesn't actually say. I kind of prefer that look. The reason why I say that is because breastplates are the armor that, even though musketeers didn't really wear breastplates, because you think of the musketeers as, fencing, but the only sort of armor that was worn in that period of time was breastplates, mostly, if they wore any armor at all. There wasn't plate mail, there wasn't chain mail. Well, there was, but it was all kept as historical relics, sort of thing. But I think because it's unique armor, maybe I should keep it. It gives me an increased regen rate. Cast Barbaric Shout when taking damage greater than 20% of your maximum health. Does that happen automatically? it's a little... Because it hasn't appeared on my toolbar as something that I can do. It's not down here as an ability that I've got. So I guess it doesn't appear... I can't do it until I've taken enough damage, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that's right. The yellow bands. I remember now. That's who's behind that door. Can we just open this, or do we have to jump over the side?
Not sure who lived here before. Looks like something you'd see in Emerald Stair.
Let's do a full save, though. I think that would be better. Resume. Let's just do this. These guys are gonna...
Keep your guard up. You don't look like the type to negotiate.
Arms up! Watch the left!
Oh, there's more than one bear. Someone didn't want me up there and knocked me down a little bit. Oi.
On my last legs. This is it for you.
Come on. Both of my companions are down.
We make a good squad.
Alright. Well, we got through that. That was a little bit tougher than expected, but I don't feel it was too bad. Let's just go back to the entrance here and work our way around and try and loot all of the bodies and what have you. There's nothing in there. There's nothing there. Did we leave anything up around the back here? Don't feel that we did. Got a body there with a yellow armband. That's right. All of these bodies are going to have yellow armbands on them for us to find. It's another body. God, I hate this, trying to find bodies in amongst the grass. Almost makes me feel like I should turn the graphics level down so I don't have all of that guff. So I could see things a little bit better. But I love the detail of the world. Right, got his armband. 3 lockpicks to get into this. And it better be good. I mean, I've seen better. And I've got to remember to... Oh, no, don't break down the bind of the breastplate just yet. I might change my mind at some point. 3 yellow armbands. I think there's like 5 or 6 that we need. There we go, that's all of them. Was it 5? Yeah. Alright. What's over?
Take him down. It's the envoy. Show me what you got.
Alright. Balance. Think you can duck and get through here. Yeah. We'll worry about that in a minute. Can't jump up there. We probably can get up this way though. No. Okay. What do we got? Body there with nothing. Can't go through that door. Let's come up this way. Alright. Nothing here though. I guess this is a back way that you could have snuck in. You were trying to do the whole sneaky assassin version of this location. I don't know, I couldn't actually remember there being anybody in here. Couldn't actually remember there being anyone in here, but I just had a feeling that maybe there was going to be. And I was right. Arcanist's Gambison. Another unique armor. I don't know why it didn't put a unique armor for Stelgar's Pride. There's part of me that wants to just use the Arcanist's Gambison rather than Stelgar's Pride, but I think Stelgar's Pride, at least with its stamina regen, is probably a better thing for us. We don't... Like the Arcanist's Gambison, we don't have anything that's doing area of effect. We're not casting spells, so we're just shooting pistols. So that overseeing gives us nothing. And that 20% maximum essence, or 20 maximum essence, the only essence we're using at the moment is when we cast our thorns that we we use to trap things. And I seriously doubt we're ever going to be in a situation where we're running low on essence. We just do not use it enough. So it just feels like the Arcanist's Gambeson is a waste, and it's providing less protection than what Stelgar's gift. Is it Stelgar's gift? Pride. Stelgar's pride is. So I think we'll stick with Stelgar's pride for now. And we'll break down that frying breastplate. And even though it says it's worth 1,000, what does it break down to? Adra and tanned hide. You know what? We might actually sell it. I don't think we'll get 1,000 for it, but I think we'll sell it. I don't know. I feel like there's something else that I'm missing somewhere here. That doesn't... I was going to say, this doesn't open to anything, but... Can't see any switches, can't see any cables. And this door does give us a way through. But we sort of want to go in that direction anyway. But the problem is, that's the direction we want to go there. Is there a way through? There is. But that kind of feels dangerous. Ooh. Another little camp here.
Careful. There's nothing more dangerous out here than taking a moment to relax. Here we go.
Yep. Alright. Undead. Where are we? Need to go up that, I think, and then head over that way. But I kind of want to see the edge of this Pargaran wall and just map this out. Oh. Steel Garrote guards watching over this. Why did they do nothing about the undead? Oh, that's the other entrance to Pargaran Hightown. Right. I mean, let's just map out the road. Oh, I remember this.
Wasn't there supposed to be a cartographer around here?
You know,
Yeah. There's the cartographer. Or what's left of him. His head crushed by a rock. Okay, skeletons over this way. I remembered that. Hello there, Mr. Skellington. Right. There's actually something down in there. But once again, nighttime has crept up on us very, very quickly. Just want to loot these remains.
Reamer gun if you got one.
Back to the camp. Okay, good. Neither of them want to talk. Not that I have a problem with them wanting to talk, but yeah, I'm not going to break that down. I'm going to sell that. Let's see if we can upgrade. Upgrade Stelga's Pride. I think that's worthwhile. And upgrade some of our materials, but that's not enough then to do anything. I need more of those Aaliyah's talons. It becomes easier once you go to the next area, because the next area you can find, so at Emerald Stair, I'm pretty sure you find Aaliyah's talons straight up. You don't have to keep upgrading to get it. Right.
You feeling okay? Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night. A cup of tea might help you sleep.
All right. So we change to Eye of Rimguard. There we go. That's another totem piece, totem fragment, whatever you want to call it. Now, all right, there is a fairly difficult fight up here. Actually, there isn't yet. There will be once we find the smugglers. Wherever they are, I don't remember. But we want to make our way to Runald. So I think we'll follow this road back up to that beacon and then follow that road out. And I think that might lead us to where we need to go. I don't remember there being much in the way of hang on a sec. Hang on. Good. Yeah, I was just double checking that that was the area that we went to when we jumped down there. Couldn't remember. Right. So there was... saw those undead up here. Did we kill them or not? I don't remember now. Yeah, we did. We killed the undead that were immediately here. Now, why am I coming over and looking at these brambles and checking them? Strangle roots, or whatever you want to call them. Sometimes you can burn through them. And you'll be able to... and sometimes you can, like, explode things like this and get through to something behind them. So always keep an eye on them to see if they've got the little icon to indicate that there's something more there. I think this is the way we need to go to find the Watcher. Whoop. But seeing as we had these guys here and they were being a little bit ornery, oh no, there's more. Oi, you.
Let's go. Take your best shot. That's one for us.
Seeing as we were already here. Oh, we can freeze bomb our way through that. Oh, that's right. This gives us access to this other side. There's sort of a divide on the map here. And this gives us access to this. We'll come back to this later. After we've looted that bag, of course. Alright. Don't actually remember if there's anything up there. Don't worry about it. Let's unlock. Hang on, is there something up here? What do you mean you can't get up there? Oh, don't give me that bull crap. There we go. No. Fine. I'm not going to sit there and jump around for half an hour trying to get up to that. Okay, we've got another area there where we can sleep. I don't feel like that should have hurt way more than that. Because literally there will be other places that I will jump down that are way smaller than that. And it'll almost kill me. Thing here. Alright. As I said, I think this is the way we need to go to find the Watcher. So let's make a move in this general direction. And if I'm wrong, well, we will come back and try it from a different direction. Yep, I'm wrong. Alright. Can I get up on that from here? I don't think so. It doesn't feel like you're supposed to be able to, but you know what? We're going to try it. You can. Well, pitchfork time. There was nothing there. Is there any... Oh, there's this here. Nothing here. And nothing here. And really, not much point in any of that. Alright, so we don't go that way to the Watcher, so I feel like we go this way. Over through here. Oh yes, we definitely do. This is ringing bells now. Can you hear them? No? Maybe it's my tinnitus acting up. There will be some enemies in here shortly. I'm just double checking that there's nothing else that we want to loot before.
First rule of godless ruins, don't touch anything.
What's the second rule? Second rule of godless ruins? Yeah, we're still not at the Watcher, but that's okay. We need to go to this place. Quick save.
We have been here before. Does the new earth settle beneath your feet?
So this... Some of this feels... I don't know how to put it. Not really wrong, but there's a lot of options here, and there are times when I'd like to ask multiple things, but I don't think you always get the chance to. So just be aware of that. I'm going to stick with the Noble Scion one here. But anyway, I feel a kinship, a lineage. It is mine, or is it yours?
A crown of blossoms on your brow. You are chosen, the first of your kind. You will change this place forever.
Chosen by whom? For what?
Now our memory is a wound, reopened.
What do you remember?
For generations, the Akita wandered the land, seeds in the wind. A storm had tossed them to our shores. They were branches without roots. Then you, Kishimal, were born with our face. Our flowers bloomed in your hair. Your people saw a sign of greatness.
Alright, so the Akita, or Godless, were ancient settlers in the living land who mysteriously vanished ages ago, leaving behind few clues to their fate, only ruins and ancient artifacts. So the people that they're being called the Godless are the Akita. Kishmael was a figure of godless myth. Not much is known about them, save that Kishmael was born under special circumstances and helped erect a great city that was, that was later destroyed. Actually reading that now before some of these other options come up is interesting, because you're being asked, what's happening here is you're being given options that subtly change the narrative of what the past was. I don't know that they really affect the game. Like, I don't think there are options that you could pick here that give a vastly different outcome to the game at the end. But I don't know. It's not clear. So, you know, your people saw a sign of greatness because, okay, they're basically saying that in the past, Kishmael was a godlike. I'm also a godlike. And Kishmael had flowers and mushrooms and stuff on their head and face. I have flowers and fungus and stuff on my head and face. So it's basically, this is where you're starting to get the story that this voice that you keep hearing is possibly an ancient god of Aora, or at least of the Lost Lands, and they are your god. You are a godlike of them. And so this section now is us deciding how it was in the past. And this is where it gets really strange for me, because I just don't know what to pick for a lot of this. I want to do it and make it as, like, I don't really want to do a burden, for example, or even a duty. So I'm going to choose a gift here, but a lot of them give it sort of negative connotations to this whole thing. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this very much. I'm not sure what the best option is. There maybe someone has analyzed the game enough. Maybe there is like slightly different endings depending on some of the stuff that you choose here. I don't know. And I don't even know if I choose a gift here, whether it changes the next lot of options that I get given subtly, as opposed to if I chose, say, a burden here. I don't know. I don't know any of that. But let's continue on. So this was a gift.
A blessing, one with a heavy price. The elders trained you not as a child, but as a paragon. They expected everything. They forgave nothing. The responsibility was like a stone. Help us remember, Kishimal. How did you bear the weight?
I had to live up to their expectations. I could not let the people down. I turned inward to punish myself more harshly than the elders ever could. I rebelled. I would decide my destiny, not the circumstances of my birth. I filled with an unquenchable fire. I would prove myself on my own merits. I had to live up to their expectations. I would not let my people down. Like I said, I don't know.
You had no other choice. While you feared failure, they rewarded you for your diligence. When you came of age, turmoil stirred. Lightning split the bark. Some tired of their exile. They wanted to return to their ancestral lands.
See, I don't know. I like number one here. They were misguided. Our prospects lay in front of us, not behind, because I'm the sort of person who wants to look to the future, not to the past. All right? There's no sense in always looking back at what you had. You need to look forward to what you're going to do. So I'm going to choose that option.
You both wanted the best for your people. How could you reconcile? A bud opened. A comet streaked across the sky. You had a vision. You dreamed of a city where the sea swept into the wood, a place to flourish, to gather, more than a settlement, a home. What did you envision in your fitful sleep, Kishima?
Wide roads, open gates, docks that would welcome the world. I like that option. Schools, temples, monuments. We would define ourselves through what we made. I like that. Agriculture, forges, aqueducts. We needed to be self-sufficient. Tall towers, high walls to protect us. We would never be refugees again. I'm going to go with the first one. Open gates, docks that would welcome the world.
The Akita could not remain isolated if they were to thrive. They needed to open their arms to each other, and to outsiders as well. So the carpenters and masons set out, but we resisted them. What was a wall to a trailing vine? An arch to a mighty oak?
I told them to build in harmony with nature, even if the city was not as grand.
The Akita's fate hung by spider silk. You knew you must adapt. Months became years, and the people stood in awe of what they built. It eclipsed the lands of their ancestors. Its spires challenged the clouds. How did you feel as you gazed upon your masterwork?
I only saw more to be done.
Your greatest trial awaited you. The people reasoned that the one who had built the city should lead it. A chorus of their voices joined in one. Another wait. Some claimed that this was the destiny your birth foretold. Tell us, Kishimo, how did you lead?
I listened to the people's concerns even when my body cried out for rest.
To lead is to serve. You always knew this. We should like that to be our way. In time, others came to revere you for your selflessness. You were an example to be followed. They saw what they themselves could be. So your reign passed, a year into an age. The seas rose and fell until one day, nothing. Silence.
What happened?
We see ash. Devastation. A lifetime reduced to dust. We can remember no more, no matter how far we reach back.
Did the gods strike us down for our pride?
It is fruitless. A void. A tremor in the Adra. Perhaps it should not be known. Yet one shape shines through the canopy of our memory. A face amid the rubble. You, Kishimo. What became of you?
So this is interesting because got the first one where you stay alive, the second one where you perish, and the third one where you live but flee. I don't know which is the best option to choose here. It feels like those are different enough choices that they should matter somehow. I don't know. And I also think it actually feels like I had to have perished in the city's collapse, because the voice says it can't remember what happened. It's asking me. I don't really know. Like, it should know what happened through me because I am a godlike of this voice, this being, this god. And so it feels like whatever happened should have killed me, and that would be the reason why they potentially don't know what happened. So I'm going to choose that option. I perished in the city's collapse.
When the people found you, their grief ran like a river. They planted a garden to honor the one who made a home for them.
And this is where it gets strange, because
The city was lost forever.
the voice is explaining something that happened
We learned
after the destruction of the city, but
together.
it said it couldn't go back far enough to find what happened in the
We grow.
destruction. But it knew what happened before that, and it knew what happened after it. I don't get it. So this is our third godlike ability, Remembrance of Kishimo, and it just increases our maximum health by 10%. So that's fine.
Envoy. Oh, gods. Thought maybe we lost you for a minute there. You are here,
Yep. Okay, this is a fairly decent axe if you're wanting to use it.
Back in the fight.
All right.
Nice work.
Yeah, as I was saying, this is a fairly decent axe, but of course we're not going to be using it. We'll probably also sell that rather than breaking it down, just because I want the money at the moment to buy the other pistol. And so I'm hoping we can get a bit of extra coin from selling that. Alright, let's loot all of these bodies. Where are you? There. Got one there. Grab all that essence, which we don't really need because we're not using essence very much anyway. Right, so the Watcher that we want to see is still over that way. So I guess we go over this bridge.
There's a shrine over there. It's a Woodaka, if I remember correctly.
Don't remember if this is the way or not, but we're going to go this way and see what we find. Couple of bears. Wow, that was both of them. I didn't think I was hitting both of them. I thought I was only hitting one. Did not expect that to go that quickly. that fight. I expected that to be quite a bit more challenging. Wayfarer's Ring. Let's see what that was, because I think that was actually something I might want to use. Plus 15 health and essence regen from potions and food. Yes, please. We will take that. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I love the look of this world. They've done a wonderful job on that. This is definitely where we need to go.
You know we can turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be lost.
What's gotten into you? I've seen you enter an ogre's den with less reluctance.
Be careful, godlike. Runid has such power. God, such terrifying power. Oh, she told me such terrible things. I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So many dead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. That was the past. Leave it there. You're a different person now.
I suppose. But that doesn't change what happened. Entire families destroyed by me. Look, I just want to go back home to the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now, knowing what I know? I keep telling myself that that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. They are.
If you really feel the need to atone, use this life to change the world for the better.
You really think someone with a tainted soul can do that? I hope you're right. Thank you, godlike. You have given me much to think on. Oh, make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading.
Why is that?
Why, it's tradition. Runid doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this is what people do.
I don't accept payment for my advice either. You can just throw your coins at my feet.
What you do is your decision, but you have been warned.
Okay, now it's my turn to warn. It is real. I found it very, very hard the first time I came here to find the spot to put the coin. And you can go into this pond, and there are a lot of coins in there, and you can steal them all if you want. But be aware that if you've already put your coin down, you will end up picking it up again, and it becomes just a normal coin, and you can no longer put it back down again. So be aware of that. I'm going to do a full save. Not that I plan to do anything tricky or anything, but it just seems like I should.
Step closer, godlike.
Right, let's talk to Runid.
If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
She's accurate so far.
Why have you come to me, godlike?
I died and returned. You're supposed to give me a clean bill of health.
Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond.
And again, it's not clear that you have to say this. Like, I don't know what happens if I do clutch your head. I almost feel like I need to try this one time. I'm going to just continue on with the normal thing here, but... why is there an option?
Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths.
And again...
The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door, and the door stands open.
And I'll say it again. The animation of her speaking, that tongue in there just looks so weird. Look at it next time she speaks, because I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like if you've ever played air hockey and there's the little plastic disc that is the puck. It almost looks like they've taken one of those air hockey discs, which I've seen some that are red, and they've painted it, it's faded over time and become a little bit pink. And someone has chucked it in her mouth, and that is what her tongue is. It just doesn't look real. It doesn't look right. It looks weird.
A door. A garden gate?
And it's not exclusive to her.
Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on our bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices. Echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the sea from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected.
Did you really hear the voice in my head just now?
Only echoes. The whisper of a crying child. An animal pacing its cage. I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who?
The voice in my head?
I can say much, but that thing, whatever it is, eludes me. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface.
That's good, right?
I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's chime is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse.
Which of the gods did this to me?
I cannot say. The gods must answer for their actions. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind.
Where do I go from here?
Forward. Whatever you choose to believe in, be it fate, the gods, or your own nature, it will point you the way. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor, but the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond.
Thanks for the advice.
Before we close, have you any final questions?
I spoke to another watcher in Paradise. Any truth to her?
The city is full of desperate people in search of hope and willing to pay for it. But to answer your question, no, I have never met another like myself.
The ambassador wants some assurance that I'm okay. Am I okay?
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight.
I'm not going to bother doing these two. Asking the friends about their souls. Just because they don't seem to enjoy it. So, anyway. This has been enlightening, thank you.
For us both, I assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, godlike. And thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that?
Let's just really quickly see if there's anything here we want.
Let's get out of here.
Food there. I think there's something up here, but I don't really remember. There's a book there. We're hearing a chest here. And that's it. Alright. More Paradise and ladder. Alright, so as you can see, lots of coins out here on the ground. And if you go into the water, up here, there's a lot of them. Not so many back this way. Now, do you have to put your coin down? I don't know that you do, but there is a couple of places just along here in amongst these fungi where you can actually place it. So, I don't even know where that went. I think it's that coin right there, but I'm not entirely sure. And as I said, be careful, because if you start picking up all of these coins after you've put that one down, I believe you end up picking up the one that you just put down. As I said, I don't know that there's anything that stops you from doing it. I don't think there's any issues with not putting the coin down. It's very unclear. I believe I have jumped safely into that water from up here, but I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So we haven't gone to the Shrine of Woodica from here, but considering there is a party camp there and we can fast travel to there, we still need to uncover a little bit of the land here, but that's not that important. I just feel like I want to sell this stuff and see if I can't buy the Disappointer. So, let's fast travel back to the market. The Hightown market, although it's not really a market because you can't buy anything from anybody there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Nope, it's just here. Okay, let's see what he's got. I don't think we're going to have enough. Although that's definitely going to help. And that is going to help. So yes, we do have enough now. Keeping all of those, that's fine. I don't need that or that. That's all good. We don't have any of those. I can buy the Disappointer. Wonderful. All right. And so then the next thing is, what do I need to upgrade the Disappointer? To enchant it, I mean, not to upgrade it. I need 1 awakened wood. That's all I need that I don't currently have. Who is going to have 1 awakened wood? He doesn't have any. Let's go and see if, what's his name? Sansa has any.
You're back.
Oh, yes. I found Gearmund. He's dead, but his map of Dawnshore looks complete.
I warned Gearmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? On second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
I don't remember what others... Oh, no, that's right. You've got to go to... In Emerald Stair and Shadowscarp, there are also other people that you that were looking doing maps for him that you have to find. So you never finish this quest. At least not here. It was Awakened Wood we needed, wasn't it? It's not showing us. Let me have a quick look. Disappointer. Awakened Wood. We need 1. Yes, he has some. And it's only 100. We can afford that. Wonderful. I don't even know why I bothered walking outside, because I want to now go to a camp. And we need to keep exploring up this area, so we might as well just return back to this camp. So we can go from minus 10% attack damage to plus 10% attack damage. Done. I don't know that it is, it's doing a little bit less damage, I think. Yeah, it needs to be upgraded 1 more to get to the 81, I think. Yeah. But that's fine. I'm really happy with how we're doing there. Let's scrap that. And then... Oh, that gives us enough to upgrade the Disappointer once. Wonderful. So both our weapons are now doing the same amount of damage. Beautiful. How many? We can make 2 more of that. We can make 1 of that. don't think we'll ever need steel chunks, but let's just upgrade them in case we do end up needing them later. And that doesn't give us anything more. We're one short of upgrading the armor again. Or either of the weapons. That's fine. I'm happy with the damage that those two are going to do.
It's still strange to see you walking around like it never happened. I'll get used to it. I'm glad you're okay.
Well, so am I. I think this is a good place to leave it for this episode. There's still a few things we need to do. Mostly there's just a couple of these bounties that we can still collect. There's those two there. There's the spider that was over in the little tunnel that goes underneath the city over here somewhere. We've done the yellow bands. We can actually collect that one. Nycab the spider is underneath Paradise. Octavo and Ralga are over here. Octavo and Ralga. I don't think either of those will be that hard. I mean, we took on the yellow bands fairly easily. I mean, the fact that there was 3 bears there did make it a little bit harder, and, you know, both of my companions by the end of the battle had been knocked down. Marius had actually been knocked down once, and I'd already resurrected him. So, you know, that's not too bad. So we're going to do those in the next episode, and then we're going to do this Adiran expedition, I think. I don't feel like... we need to talk to the blacksmith about that, but we can't actually finish it here. We also need to do these guys' quests. And we can actually give the refugees in what's her name their gear as well. So I've got to remember to do all of that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is going. I'm happy now that we've got 2 unique pistols. The Disappointer even sounds different. It's got a weird sort of sound to it compared to the other one. It sort of sounds like it's misfiring a little bit, or it doesn't have as much powder in the... But it's going to be set to do the same amount of damage, so, you know, it will be fine. But yeah, really happy with how we're going. I think we're doing really well. I'm enjoying this playthrough, so I hope you're enjoying it as well. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye now.